Hey guys, this is Ezzune from Pioneer, and today I'm playing Naturias and Psychics. Luckily, I managed to get the last of my Naturia stuff. Oh, I'm still looking for one more bamboo shoot. But I managed to get it locals this weekend, so decided why not mash the two archetypes together and see how it goes. I've played with them both quite a lot in the past, so I decided let's give it a go. And I do apologise, I've never actually played Naturias, so I do make misplays, and I'll point out where I misplay for anyone in the video. And there is still, I think I did the best that I could, but you know, there were a few mistakes. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my first game against Cyber Dragons. I think it was pretty funny. At this point, you'll notice that I used Marin's effect to dump a Cosmo Beat from my deck to my graveyard. That's important because he has the effect. When he's normal summoned, you can do that. He's a foolish burial just for Naturias. But then, once per turn, you can target two Naturias in your graveyard and shuffle him back in to draw a card. And since my only Naturia at the time was the one Cosmo Beat, I thought, why not dump another Cosmo Beat just in case he gets bottomless forever. Bottomless, 1-2. If Torrential goes off or whatnot, you know, if whatever happens, effect failure. I've only lost the Cosmo Beat. It's not that big of a deal. It's not important. It's good turn 1 and 2, but after that, it's not the best. But anyway, yeah, this is an important move because it helps me maintain what little advantage I can. And I draw into the Crane, which is an excellent card. He sadly is able to make the Twin Daddies and run over me. But I top deck an E-Telly, so I've just been top decking the best that I could. To make the Bachyon, I switched for his boss monster, which can attack twice, but I can negate because Bachyon's a boss. Now, of course, because I destroyed Witch as well, I get to banish that Espadrille for next turn. I did massive damage thanks to this thing, and now it's pretty much he draws into a Cyber Dragon, game over. He would have got like a second Cyber Dragon back from his gold sack that turn, but what are you gonna do? Okay, this is a fun deck I went up against. It's playing mainly vanillas. Now you'd think vanillas, it's gonna be a pushover, it's gonna be easy. Actually not. Because my deck revolves around negating spells and traps and locking your opponent out, but this guy kind of like, you know, he didn't play many spells and traps. There's a couple. Also, you'll notice that I used Marin's effect, and I meant to dump a Cliff so I could then revive it with Spirit, and that would have opened me my options up a lot. I accidentally clicked Cosmo Beat, and it was horrible because Cosmo Beat's essentially useless, but especially because I got one in my hand, but it was okay. Like, it's still a tuna, it's just Cliff would have been much better in case he Dark Holes next turn. I decide, because let's face it, this thing's a monster reborn. If he's only got one monster, the only thing he's going to destroy, if he destroys this, I just monster reborn it anyway. He's got to destroy that. Why not just dump another Cosmo Beat? Because I've got the Crane in my hand. Means next turn I go Crane, summon Marin, and I've got 2 level 5 Synchros. I drew into the Cliff, an excellent draw, but the Crane's still the best option. Lets me go Beast and Amades. I decide not to attack, keep the Naturia up, maybe stun him next turn, see how it goes, hope that I'll draw into something better. I didn't, so I just summon the Cliff and go for it. Sadly he has the Mirror Force, but it does let me spam the Cliff. I decided to grab the Marin this time because I really could do with top decking something good. And Bamboo Shoot. I recycled those Cliffs, I got my Bamboo Shoot, and I'm just ready to stall it out. Luckily he didn't go for the ram, he went for an Xyz, which I quickly returned, and with that, me bringing back the Amades, Call the Haunted, He can't activate spells or traps when I have this card in the field, which is basically a win condition against some decks. He top decks a spell, and that is game. I decided to show off a little bit, yeah, because why not? Because a 3k bamboo shoot is unkillable. Okay, now I'm up against a bit of a Billy Noble Knight deck. You know, it's a little bit out there. I'm running some crazy cards like Axe of Despair, which you don't really see much in the meta, and a few other funky cards. I think I saw a Magic Cylinder at one point, but yeah, I opened terrible, so he may have a good chance, but it turned out to be a fun duel. I top decked into yet another cell. Kaiser Coliseum set cherries is such a good play. It locks your opponent down so much. Like, it basically means that they have to ram in, and then main phase 2 do all their stuff while you still get to like have those 2 tuners for next turn. But I don't draw any more stuff. But luckily creature swap's a thing, and it's a pretty good thing. And warning. Now I did make a little misplay by setting that Mirror Force. I really feel like I shouldn't have clogged up my back row. Oh, and we'll actually go back a little bit. I don't know, I'll go back. But there's a point where he had just cherries, flip summoned him. I should have gone Call the Haunted. My only targets at the time would have, because Amides wasn't summoned successfully, it would have been another cherries, but I could have brought it back in defense mode and his cherries wouldn't be able to destroy it. And he couldn't have summoned because of Kaiser Coliseum, and I do regret not doing that, but I had the Book of Moon to save me anyway. It wasn't the end of the world, because Kaiser Coliseum's amazing. But yeah, I top deck into the Naturia Bamboo Shoot with the Call the Haunted set. He's got 2 back row, which I'm kind of afraid of, but as long as he doesn't stop this, once this comes out, he's already used his warning. I can't think of any card he'd run that would be able to stop it. Well, apart from Attack Veil. But it's Axe of Despair and Destiny. For some reason he likes to set his equip cards. I don't know if that's because he doesn't know he can just equip them from hand, or he wanted to scam me. Okay, let's watch this. I decided to make Bamboo Shoot. The entire time he had a BLF in his hand, and that is scary. I decided to do the absolutely troll thing and just wait, because I didn't have any Crane targets. If I attacked in and then later he did something horrible to me, it would only go poorly. So I decided just to stall, enjoy it. He can't summon, he can't use spells or traps, and I know that Noble Knights don't use anything that can tribute. The only thing that could have got me really was an Effect Veiler, but I know that they don't really main it, most decks I've seen. Now I've drawn into the Cosmo Beat, I decided I can play a little bit more aggressively, I can go for this. I regretted having 5 back rows, so I decided to burn through the Mirror Force in case I top decked into an E-Telly. And I get out the second Bamboo Shoot, because, you know, why not? It's all a good bit of fun. Now it's going to take a couple of Effect Failures to get rid of this. I do top deck the E-Telly. Make Scrap Dragon, pop that in case he's got the Honest. Then go Crane for lols. And good game. Yeah. Okay guys, well thank you very much for watching, and really appreciate it. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, you know, that would be brilliant. If you have any deck requests or any requests about anything really, send me a message and I'll go out of my way to try my best to fulfill your pleasures in every way possible. And yeah, Ezzune out.